about comics. Let's talk about comics. Let's talk about comics. Let's talk about comics.
Around me, YouTube, it's Charles here. We're going to do another comic book review, but before I get into that review, I want to say something real quick. As you may or may not know, I am disabled. I have limited mobility, constant pain, and that leads to mental health struggles. And a big part of the reason why I do this channel is because comic books and action figures have been a way for me to escape the frustrations I go through in life. And therapy and many other things are the reason why I'm here before you today. And I just want to let you know that if you're struggling, if you're feeling rough, if you're going through a tough time, you're not alone. I've been feeling extra beat up this week, but I'm still here and so are you. And we can get this. So with that being said, let's get into the review. Today I want to talk about a book called Innards by Rob Gilroy and Sam Lotfi. It is from Ignition Press, and I was honestly gonna skip on it at first. I didn't hear anything about it coming up. I just saw it on the website where I order my comic books from. But in another book, I saw a few page preview and it hooked me. I had to see what was going on. And I am not disappointed. This takes place in a post-apocalyptic future after a nuclear war. The oil reserves and everything have been destroyed, and so humans are forced to mine a new source of fuel and power that is very dangerous to get to. It is called, I always forget what it's called. I think it's called like Lucifer. And it's very dangerous to mine. I will say a few things about this book. I'm not going to give away too many spoilers. But one, I like that they show you before they tell you. And what I mean by that is we start here with the first page. And we have a countdown going on through each panel. And you see, you start off with a glimpse of a dark world. And then you see, that's where it says 5, and then the next panel 4, you see someone cowering in a hallway. 3, there's some kind of explosion. 2, the guy's cowering again. 1, the guy seems to be dissolving or something's going on here. Fire in the hole, congratulations. And, we find out there's this guy kind of dissociating and going through some kind of inner monologue here when he finds out he's going to be a father. And he's freaked out that he's, been a loner. And now he has a family all of a sudden that he's going to have to be responsible for and earn a living for. And so he decides to go into the Lucifer mines. And we don't know what this is. We don't, we're not given a big preamble. We have a little bit of an explanation here in his inner monologue. It says, the nukes hit long before I was born. Every oil reserve gone, vaporized. Then civilization started eating itself. Grandpa was my age when it happened, when the chaos started. He was just a dumb kid thrown headfirst into a world of madness that would make him hard as a diamond. Men of his generation are easy to spot. Men like Onus, Corporation's rig boss, Jack Ridley. And then he gives, we see that our main protagonist here is now in some kind of training. He's getting the lowdown on what's about to happen in the mines. And then when we find out, that to get to the mines they have to teleport. And when they teleport, doesn't this panel look familiar? This is what looked like him being dissolved, was actually him teleporting into the mines. And, during this, they have a little bit of small talk back and forth, talking about the perils of teleportation as well as the perils of working down in the mine. And outside of Lucifer being a source of energy, we don't know a lot about it. To me, it looks almost organic, but there's just something not right about it. And there are so many things that are going on here. I read this book twice, and I'm even going to give it a third read because I'm discovering things, that I did not see before. Things in the art that are just kind of subtly in the background, and things that are said that didn't quite click with me the first time. But it is a very, very smart book with details and Easter eggs and clues hidden not only in the text, but in the art as well. Even, something as far as the cover. I was talking to a friend about this book tonight, and we see a picture of this guy on the cover holding this substance, and it looks kind of disturbing, mysterious. And she looked at the cover and said, "Oh my gosh, it's a child." I mean, no, that's the main protagonist. She's like, "No, look at the thing he's holding." And within the art there, when you really look, you could see something in the Lucifer. And so this book, like I said, it is so deep. It's one, usually when I read a book, I'll read it once and I'll file it away alphabetically, and I might go back to it in the future. But this book, I am not going to file it away until at least another reading, because there's that much in it, and so much that, every time I get into it, I see something new. So definitely check out Innards from Ignition Press. It is well worth your time. A book I really enjoyed, and I cannot wait for number 2, but I'm going to read number 1 again. So I'll see you guys next time. Until then, keep your head up. Remember, we all go through struggles. Comic books, they help out a little. Talking to somebody helps out a lot. I'll see you next time.